Thank you, Roshan. Thank you, Niels. Yes, my uncle used to call me Ulu all the time. If I ask you something, a question, the meaning of a Sanskrit word, they always say, Ulu, you don't know this word? And they'll tell me the meaning. Ulu all the time. The interesting thing is that after I left Nepal, I began to work in Los Angeles company of art, and then I also attended the university, Claremont Graduate School. And the symbol of that Claremont Graduate School was owl. I mean, my uncle, Vajracharya, said, how a university can have owl as a symbol? Owl is a Ulu, it's stupid. Stupid is in Nepal, the owl stands for stupidity. But in Western world, happens to be a wise man. And this is why I chose Ulu as my nickname. This is from Ajanta ceiling painting. Ajanta has two different sets of painting. On the wall, you will see Buddhist stories, Jataka stories. But on the ceiling, what different? Not Buddhist, nothing to do with Buddhism. And many generations of scholars try to understand what is depicted on the ceiling. I am sure some of you have been to Ajanta, and usually what happens when you go to Ajanta, you look around the wall. You never look up. Only those art historians who are deeply interested in Ajanta art, they look around not only around the wall but also on the ceiling. And then in Ajanta, we see object like this, a water buffalo, and then the water buffalo gradually, its body gradually turning into foliage motif. This motif, extremely popular. Wherever you go, you will see foliage motif in Indian art, also in Nepalese art, in temple, in the Torah, everywhere. And what is the meaning of this foliage motif, and why water buffalo are shown mingling with his foliage motif was a big question. Generation of scholars try to explain the Ajanta ceiling painting, but finally I was able to show the part because I was Newar, because I was Sanskritist, because I was a Sanskritist who interested in Vedic studies. Newar, there are many Newar who study Sanskrit, but Newar studying Vedic literature, impossible. I do not know anything. Vedic literature belongs to Brahmins, right? But there are so many things in Vedic literature that help us to understand Indian and Nepalese art. This is my old house. I call this house the house of creation. This house created many intellectuals. Vajracharya, the internationally famous historian, lived in this is his room. My entire life we spent in this. My room was just below me. I stayed there, how many? Many years, 30 years. And my uncle, Manavadra, also has a school, but not here, but in Garden House. In this house, two schools were running. My father, Divya Vajracharya, was running Sanskrit school, and Nairaj Panta, the founder of Samsara Mandal, was running his one Sanskrit school, two different Sanskrit. And at the beginning, I studied Sanskrit from my father, and my father was very strict. Discipline is more important than anything else. Then I said, no, I'm not going to study Sanskrit from you. I switched to Vajracharya school, and he was very bad. I have different name for that foliage. I call it cloud foliage. When I was 7, 8 years old, I spent a lot of time in this flat roof. My mother was always busy with cooking and cleaning the house, and I have 2 sisters, 2 years younger. I was about 8 or 9 years old, and my sisters were 5 or 7 years old, and we were restless. My grandmother took care of us. So when rainy season time or around summer time, we have a mat, school, on this flat roof, and my grandmother taught us to see the figures in the cloud. Figures in the cloud. And we spent a lot of time, we really enjoyed it. My grandmother said, did you see the elephant? Did you see the trunk? And both my sister and I tried my best to find the elephant. And my sister was much smarter than me, and she said, oh yeah, I see the trunk, I see the tail. Right? And sometimes my grandmother also asked us, did you see the water bottle? Right? So this experience, this story that I learned from my grandfather was extremely helpful. So when I began to study Indian and Nepalese history, I began to think that this may be cloud figure. The foliage may be, this foliage may be cloud foliage, and this may be the cloud figure. I cannot say that, oh, my grandmother told me that. This is a cloud figure. Right? Because my grandmother said, nobody can believe it. But I was looking for some contemporaneous evidence. This is in European Museum of Art. Here we see an elephant, and then the elephant tail, the tail of the elephant gradually turning to so-called foliage motif. And then, not only his tail, but also from his mouth, from his trunk, you will see same motif emerging. When I saw this kind of images, I always remember what grandmother taught us, how to see the figures in the cloud. Another image with foliage motif, a lion, the tail gradually turned into foliage motif, which I believe it is cloud foliage, and a person settled in there, and the same foliage motif emerged from the mouth of this lion. And you will see everywhere. Right. These are from Odisha. The lion and is some kind of an animal, the creature, and many varieties of creature you will see within the foliage motif. These are I got from museum. Banaras Hindu Vishwavidyalaya Museum. With foliage, and then you will see a human figure. The human figure doesn't have feet, but his lower body turning into foliage motif again. In Indian art, this type of figure is identified as Kinnara. But now we know that Nevars, ancient Nevars, called it Jalamanusha, aquatic. Why he is called aquatic man, we know that. And then this is from Itumba. This was on the wall of the Itumba about 4 years ago. It has been published in my book, a Gandharva, a demigod, flying through the sky. And here you can imagine that this foliage motif has to be cloud, right? He's flying, so something is going through. That could be no other than cloud that I know. But I still did not have any solid evidence how to prove that my grandmother, what my grandmother said is very old. My grandmother's word is evidence for me, right? Then I came across of this Indra's image. We know this is the image of Indra because it has horizontal eye. Shiva has vertical eyes, but Indra has horizontal eye. And then his crown again decorated with same foliage motif. Indra is the king of the gods, right? Indra is the king of the gods. Then I found a statement in a text called Natyasatra. Natyasatra is a book on dance on the ground, Sanskrit book on dance on the ground. In that book, it clearly said that the crown should be designed after cloud foliage. The crown should be decorated with cloud foliage and jewelry. The crown of a king should be decorated with cloud foliage. The Sanskrit word is Abhrapatra or Meghapatra. Exactly what you will see here in this crown. So now we know that the name of that cloud foliage, is Meghapatra. The name of the foliage, so-called foliage, is not only foliage, not decorative thing, but it is cloud. With this evidence, whatever my grandmother described to me became very useful to me. This is what I think, if I were not a Nevar and a Sanskritist, I would not have been able to identify ceiling painting. This is another ceiling painting on Ajanta. When I was working on Ajanta ceiling painting, I never got permission to take photographs. The doorkeeper, the guard, is always watching me because I try to take picture of it. And I do not have any picture of the ceiling. But now, so many police, nobody can control them. I got all these things from the websites. So beautiful. It's a dark room. Ajanta ceiling is so dark. No way you can take the picture without flashlight. And no way you can do it with flashlight. If you do a flashlight inside there, the car will grab you. Right? But I don't know how all this beautiful clear picture is available in the website. In this state is good, but using flash light inside Ajanta ceiling is not a good idea. Here too you will see a human figure, but it is his lower body gradually turning into cloud foliage. Now I can use the word cloud foliage. This is the origin of Jalamanusha. Nevar called this person as Jalamanusha. I did find I did find the Sanskrit name of this creature. It is described in Pali text. Sometimes he is called Manavaka, which simply means baby. Other time, this guy is called Dandamana, lotus baby. And you will see that foliage, cloud foliage everywhere, Makara. And Makara tail turning into cloud foliage. Again here, right? And again you will see elephant and the lion and deer tails also turning into cloud foliage. This is actually a miniature of a Torah, miniature Torah, you can call it. If you go to any Nepali monastery or any temple, you will see Kirtimukha in the middle. Here is Garuda. Here Garuda, not Kirtimukha. Kirtimukha gradually turned into Garuda. That is a totally different story. I may not be able to explain how Kirtimukha turned into Garuda. But you will see Makara, all these things. And so the question is, why all these Makara, cloud foliage repeatedly depicted around the gate of the temple and the Buddhist monastery or Hindu temple? Right? The answer is clear. The temple is heaven. In order to enter the heaven, you need to go through the cloud gate. And it is described in Sanskrit literature many times that the cloud gate, the gate of the heaven, most of the time closed. If somebody is coming from this world, the doorkeeper who is Mahakala, doesn't open the door for you. He wants to find out, first of all, he like to find out whether you have done a lot of religious work, how much punya you have. And when he find out that you have a lot of punya, then he gradually remove the bar. Right? So, the Torah and the gate that we see around the temple and the Buddhist monastery is cloud gate. Once you enter that cloud gate, you are in the heaven. For Buddhists, the Bihari is the heaven, the Buddhist monastery is the heaven. For Hindu, the temple where the God resides is the heaven. Very easy, right? Very easy. So when you go to temple, once you enter that Torah, you are in different world. You are not in this world, you are in different world. You have been changed. That is the idea. This is why it became so popular in Nepal. Tara, very famous Tara, Green Tara. And here too, Tara is seated in the shrine, and it is actually the niche of the shrine. Kirtimukha, Makara. By the way, now we know for sure, almost for sure, that this is Aniko's work. Satyamon Joshi, yeah, Satyamon Joshi, long time ago, he went to China and he did some very good research of Aniko, and he had published it. That's it. After that, not even single things added, but now we know this. Almost certainly, this is Aniko's work because of the design of the crown. This kind of crown, very first time, this kind of crown, not covering the hair, but the garland of pot garland and precious stone garland hanging from the crown. It became extremely popular in medieval period, but not before Aniko. Not before Aniko. Now recently a work by Onipo's student have been found. Not by Onipo himself, but Onipo's Tibetan disciple. And we see this kind of crown very first time in that work. And so we know that this must be coming from Onipo's school. That is another story. I can give you another lecture on Onipo's work. Dancing Kumara Kartikeya in Nawaz called him Shitiga. Have you heard of Shitiga? Shitiga is a dough when we have that pancake made of many variety of grains. We make grains and we offer the pancakes to this god when we can eat them. Shitiga literally means the god of 6th day. The god of 6th day. He is a child. He was born 6 days before the Shiti Naka. Shiti Naka is the day when we have that pancake. Right? Kumara was not born on that day. He was born 6 days before. But his birthday was not celebrated immediately. Because this was a custom in India and Nepal that just after the child is born, you don't know when if the child may die or mother may die because of the difficulty in childbirth. And so they waited either 6 days or 8 days. Either 6 days or 8 days. And so his birthday is celebrated on the 6th day. This is what he's called Shitiga. Nawaz has an extremely interesting concept. God is child, child is God. Nowhere I see in Sanskrit literature. A child, when a child is born, that child is God. Or other way around. Bumdya is a child god. Matsyananath was a child god. And I was treated like a Shitidya up to the age of 60. I was prematurely born. I don't know exactly how prematurely, but I according to my mother and I almost died because I could not suckle the milk for 2 days. On the third day, I decided to suckle the milk, and I survived. And my mother was extremely happy that I finally had some food. And so she was very happy, and every single year on my birthday, she made the Kumara necklace. I will show you. Oh, here, this is the Kumara necklace. This Kumara necklace out of rice, right? And so once you wear that Kumara necklace, you are a Kumara. You are a child, at the same time you are a divine. I do not know anywhere in Indian literature, in Indian culture, where the concept of child is God, God is child is Allah. So this is why in Nepal we see Kumara as a child, but in India, a grown-up person. Very difficult to find Kumara as a child in Indian art. In Indian art, Kumara is often represented as a warrior who is able to fight with the demons and defeat them for gods. 50 Mukha. I'm fascinated with 50 Mukha. Whenever I see something, I look for a 50 Mukha. The object has this blue Tibetan 50 Mukha. And this thing that emerged from his mouth is not 4 days. Had to be got 4 days because we know for sure that 50 Mukha represents sky. under Kirtimukha. This is Mughal, 7th or 8th century AD. And from his mouth, we see again the surely cloud motif. Last time I remember Ramesh invited me to give a lecture on empty niches, and I have not published that article. I know this is not empty niches, actually this is a gate. How do I know? Because I am a Newari. The Newari name, classical Newari name, many Newari do not know, but from Newari classical texts, we know that this thing, this Toran that we call it Torana, is called Yoga. And the Buddha, later on, after medieval, after transitional period, we begin to see image of the Buddha. Right? Those Buddha are known as not Pancha-Buddha, not five Buddha, not five Tathagata either. Noah's called it Yuhadeva. Swayambhu Stupa is renovated many times, right? And we have many manuscripts. In that manuscript they said, oh, the Pyokadeva facing north was removed. Now the new Pyokadeva was placed. They don't say Pancha-Tathagata Amoga Siddhi or Achyova like that. The Pyokadeva of north, the Pyokadeva of south. This Buddha was called Pyoka because they were placed on Pyoka. Pyoka literally means door, outer gate, not inner gate, but outer gate. One of the reasons that we believe that Kirtimukha had to represent sky, distance. According to Trivikrama Vishnu's story, he placed one foot in the nether world, then another foot in the sky. Right? The sky is depicted here with a head. A large head, a large face is shown, and that large face, a large head represents sky. And this is why Akasa Bhairava is the Akasa Bhairava. It is a face of that God represents sky. So, because I knew the name of this God as Akasa Bhairava, because I have seen that Trivikrama image, and I observed carefully that he placed his foot on a big head, and that big head represents sky. I came with the idea that Kirtimukha had to be sky face. And then I did find textual evidence that Kirtimukha actually, the Kirti Shabda Mukha. In ancient India, the sky is always represented by a face. Actually, the head of the lion. The lion is sometimes called five-headed animal or five-faced animal. Right? There's Shimma was known as Panchapatra, endowed with five mouths. And this is why they chose lion's head to represent the sky. I'm gonna show you few slides. Then I will ask you to, then you may be able to practice. What I'm trying to prove that being me in the war, being a Sanskritist, helped me a lot to understand not only Nepali art, but also in Nepal. Believe me, I showed many problems of many problems that was lingering in Nepal, not only in Nepal, Another problem was living in Indian art is prana. You see from Indus Valley Seal, right? And then this is this sculpture for you, this sculpture for sure, right? One of the main difference between Indian sculpture and this sculpture is that this sculpture always depict muscle tone. But in Indian art, beginning from Indus Valley, no muscle tone. As a matter of fact, when this was found almost 150 years ago, at the beginning, people thought, oh, this makes the Greek sculpture. And this was found only 3 feet deep. Most of the Indus Valley shields are found 7 feet deep. And so this is only Indus Valley, a Greek sculpture. And then one Indian scholar came with the idea that no, this cannot be Greek, no muscle tone. If it is Greek, there would have been a muscle tone. And he called it, this image is full of prana. He's full of prana. He was a good friend of Stella Kramer's. And Stella Kramer's explained in detail that all Indian images looks very fat, swollen body, because of prana is lightweight. When you meditate, when you practice yoga, you inhale and you hold that breath for a while. That's the time your body swells. But if you are really good, really good in pranayama, not only your chest swells, but every limbs of your body swells. And Indian artists were crazy about prana and pranayama, and this is why all Indian images have to have prana. That was Stella Kramer's word, and once Stella Kramer, a great scholar, wrote that thing, everybody accepted it. In Indian art class, all over in the United States, if you ask, have you taken Indian art? Yes. Do you know pranayama? No, it's a pranayama. That is practice for your body. But I did not like it. I have difficult to accept. But how this are to be? How this are to be that it's not prana, but it is actually, how to describe, well-paid body. I'm tired. Usually I call it this is the concept of anti-drought. When there is a drought, we get skinnier, that on food. India and Nepal has gone through that drought and famine many times. India is very much scared. India and Nepal is very much scared of drought. And there is drought every year. And until there is monsoon rain. And once the monsoon rain is come, then we know for sure that, oh, the harvest of this year is okay. Right? And in Vedic text, it described that there was a drought. Not only the cows became very skinny, but even the owner of the cow became skinny and inauspicious. Then all of them, all of a sudden, it rained, and the prana descended together with rain. Clearly said, prana descended from the sky together with rain. And prana has double meaning in Sanskrit. Prana is life, prana also means creature. So I thought that this has nothing to do with the yogic prana, but the Indian artist thought that well-fed body is auspicious. Because skinny body like this is inauspicious thing. Even Buddha Shakyamuni is inauspicious in a sense. And this is why it's difficult to find this type of Buddha image in Nepal. Have you seen any image with the skinny Buddha in Nepal? No, I don't know. This is Gandharam. Gandharam art is highly influenced by Greco-Roman tradition. They were almost like Greco-Roman. They have no problem depicting skinny Buddha. But mainstream Indian artists have difficulty depicting skinny Buddha. Because if you see a skinny figure, the drought may recur. Really, seeing affects you. Seeing affects your future. Whatever you see, if you see auspicious thing happen to you. And this is why in Newari, when somebody is slightly overweight, Sweju, that means, you are auspicious to see. And I remember that I used to be very skinny. After staying about 3-4 years in the United States, I gained weight and I returned home. My mother was so happy to see me that I'm gaining some weight. And I remember it. Babu Taragaon, you have auspicious body, you have good looking auspicious body. So with that Newari experience, I began to think that this had nothing to do with prana. Another evidence, usually all those images which have prana also have 3 lines around the neck. 3 lines. In Sanskrit they describe as Kambu Griva. The neck that looks like a conch shell. Turtleneck in a sense. Turtleneck is considered very auspicious. If you have turtleneck, you are auspicious person. If you are too skinny, no turtleneck, you are inauspicious. And so, I raised the question, if it is a pranayama, then how these 3 lines around the neck is related to pranayama, yoga practice. No yoga practice tells you that when you practice yoga, you're going to have 3 lines around the neck, right? Clearly, only you are slightly overweight, you get 3 lines. I do have 3 lines, but before I went to the United States, I did not have 3 lines. I think I better stop here. My message is that I'm in Newar. As a Newar, I did a really good job. I have a really successful academic life. Thank you.